Yeah, yes, please. Very good evening to all of you. So, this is my part 5 of subnetting. Please watch my previous 4 videos so that you get an overall idea of what subnetting is, why subnetting is used, and how subnetting can be achieved via host and via network. So, today I have taken a very simple problem, miscellaneous problem on subnetting, and I'll just read this problem and then tell you how to solve this problem. So what this problem says that how will you tell if a given address is a network address, a broadcast address, or an host IP address? I told you that inside the network we have three important addresses. So inside any given network, small network, big network, any, we have three addresses. The first one is the network address, then we have the broadcast address as I have told you, and in between IP address is given to the machine. So what this problem is saying that if I give you this address, for example, that is 99.99.99.64 slash 27, it says that how will you tell me that the given address is a network address, a broadcast address, or a host IP address? Again, you will not find any kind of solution which I am providing anywhere. You search the whole YouTube, you search anywhere in the net, you will not find the solution which I am giving you. So kindly follow this procedure. What it is saying. So I have three addresses over here. The addresses can be any 99.99.99.67 slash 27 and 99.99.99.95 slash 27. So just to recap, just a small recap or a revision. Again, after the slash, we have something which is called as 27. So my network bit is equal to 27. Inside my IPv4, I have 32 bits. So obviously my host becomes 5. That is 32 minus 27. Host is equal to 5. Now 2 raised to the power 5. That is the host 5. 2 raised to the power 5 is equal to 32. And this 32 becomes my divisor. So just to recap or just to summarize what I have said is that in this simple problem we have three different addresses, and I have to identify, or you have to identify, if the given address is a network address, or it is a broadcast address, or it is a simple host IP address. The first thing I told you that focus on slash 27, so n is equal to 27 and h is equal to 5. You will observe that in all my videos the pattern is same. Just follow this pattern blindly, and I am 100% sure that CCNA certification is not far. It is very easy. So 2 raised to the power 5 is 32, and this becomes the divisor now. Please try to remember, or please try to understand now. So I have got my divisor and I am marking my divisor with red. Okay. Then I have taken the first address. So the first address last octet is 99.99.99.64. So my last octet number, or my last octet decimal representation, becomes my dividend over here. So I have divisor and I have dividend. Just for your simple explanation, 12 divided by 3. So my 3 becomes the divisor over here and my 12 becomes the dividend over here. Then I have something which is called as remainder and quotient. So this is pure maths. So what I told you is the procedure to find out if an IP address, a given IP address, is a network address or a broadcast address or an host IP address. What I told you is that the 32 becomes the divisor and 64 is equal to dividend. I hope how I have taken the 64. The 64 is nothing but the last octet decimal number. Okay. Then what I am doing now is I am just dividing. So 64 divided by 32. 64 divided by 32. If at all the remainder if is 0, Then this address, the provided address will become a network address. I hope this is understood. If the remainder is 0, it becomes a network address. I have written over here. So the first address we have solved it. It is a network address, not at all an issue. The second address we have. The second address given over here is 99.99.99.67/27. Again the procedure will be same. N is equal to 27, H is equal to 5. So my divisor is 2 raised to the power 5, which is 32. 32 is the divisor, but the dividend changes now, and the dividend now is 67. So again 67 divided by 32, I am getting over here a remainder which is 3, that is 32 into 2 is 64. So 67 minus 64, the remainder becomes 3, and my quotient is also 3. From this I can identify that this is the third IP address, of the third subnet. Now again this is very easy. So when I was solving the problem, if you can just check my previous videos, you will try to understand that inside this I had my first network address as 99.99.99.0/27. Then I had my network address 2 as 99.99.99.32/27, and I had my third network address, that is 99.99.99.64. So that became my third subnet. Okay, 1, 2, and 3. And inside the third subnet, my first IP address will become 65. My second IP address will become 66, and my third IP address will become 67. So I hope this is so. This is my third host IP address of my third subnet. Then last one, there is an IP address which is given as 99.99.99.95/27. So again my divisor over here becomes 32, and my dividend over here becomes 95. 32. So 95 divided by 32 gives me a remainder of 31. So if now the remainder is 1 less, then if the remainder is 1 less than the divisor, then that address is a broadcast address. So in this example you can make sure that the remainder over here is 31 and my divisor over here is 32. So if the remainder is 1 less than the divisor, this address has to be a broadcast address only. Okay, and from the quotient you can make out that this is the third subnet broadcast address. So this is what I wanted to tell about the miscellaneous topics for subnetting, and how very quickly to identify which is a network address, which is a broadcast address, and which is a host IP address. All the things in subnetting that I have taught you in the 5 video series, because this is my last video series on subnetting, so I'm just telling you is that it will help you practically in each and every way. This will help you practically when you are in the industry doing things. All the shortcuts that I have told you, please practice it so that it will be very helpful to you in future. If at all, if you have any problems or if you are facing any difficulties, then kindly, this is my email ID. Please give me your feedback and as well as your suggestions, and if at all if you have any difficulties, please mail me on this number. Please mail me on this email ID, with the csvmanic2015@gmail.com. Just so now I would like to tell you that one more video I have on supernetting, and with this I'll finish both subnetting and supernetting also for CCNA exams in a very easy and lucid way. And after that I will be starting my CCNA L plus. L plus is nothing but all the topics based on CCNA labs only, not theory, and this is a complete focus on labs, and I'm starting with labs based on ISIS protocol, intermediate state protocol. This is Arun Aryan signing off. Thank you.